So let me get personal with you for this video, a bit more personal than usual. When my first long-term girlfriend dumped me, I spent about 9 months trying to get her back. Filled with, toxic teenage tendencies, a desperation that short-circuited my moral compass, I used every slimy trick in the book. Everything. I told her, for example, how the breakup was this great idea even though I cried myself to sleep the same night. That, and I kept having sleep issues for months after the incident. I guess I hoped that reverse psychology would somehow entice my ex to give me another shot. But no, she instantly agreed with me instead, and she meant it. That one really hurt like hell. I also tried piquing my ex's interest by sending her a barrage of text messages about our relationship highlights. At one point, I even sent a sappy, handwritten letter where I profusely apologized for my mistakes and begged for forgiveness. The problem was that I completely overlooked how needy I was and how obvious it was that I was just trying to manipulate her by getting her to feel guilty. To top it off, she also noticed I simply followed the formula for my text messages and called me out for it. I didn't reply. The shame was just way too intense, way too, unbearable. And during my darkest times, I even bribed a few hot girls from my school to comment praise and sexual innuendos on my recent Facebook posts in order to make my ex jealous if she saw them. And yes, this was a time when people were still actually using Facebook, so yeah, pretty different era today. But anyway, it also didn't help that all those new Facebook posts were fake. Yes, they were actually purposefully crafted to present a lifestyle I merely wanted my ex to think I was having. So a lifestyle full of parties and travel and sick threesomes. The reality, however, was really different. There were no parties, there was no travel, no threesomes. It was only me staying home, losing myself in video games, feeling sorry for myself, and basically wallowing in my own misery. As with the tricks, well, I also made every mistake in the book. I begged my ex to come back. I pleaded with her for another shot. I stalked her. I prolonged conversations to the point where they became dull and annoying. I kept throwing sissy fits whenever she wasn't receptive, whenever she didn't respond, whenever I was ghosted. Hell, I even kept bugging her friends and asking for intel about her, like whereabouts, what she was doing, how she felt about me, and even who she was dating. And eventually they all either blocked me or they just stopped responding. Sometimes I even abused alcohol to forget about my heartbreak, and other times I used the warm embraces of strangers to feel something again. Anything, honestly. But not just any strangers, lowlives and damaged goods. These people really were the most relatable, after all. They were perfect for trauma bonding, and usually the easiest to manipulate into hooking up with me. So in other news, I was a mess, and despite losing the re-attraction battle long ago, I couldn't stop consuming ex-back advice. I kept intellectualizing the whole thing. I kept looking for answers I already had. I got addicted to this stuff, the articles, the videos like these, the books, the courses, the fucking everything, all the, ex-back advice out there. Look, you might be expecting a happy ending to the story, right? How despite all my fuck-ups and childlike behavior, I somehow magically got back with my ex or something. Well, fuck you. My ex, she never came back. I wasted thousands of dollars on crappy ex-back products, twice as much on therapy, and I tried to kill myself 2 times during those 9 months or something when I was running after my ex and trying to get her back. So That's what I got in return, and it isn't far from what an average person gets in return as well. And it all happened because I just could not let go, because I was too selfish and too stubborn to let go. I knew I was ruining my life and my ex's as well, yet I just kept holding on. The point of this video is to just share these details and ultimately tell you, don't be like me. Don't be a fucking idiot. And instead, stop before you ruin everything. So if you're not seeing any progress in reattracting your ex in 1 to 3 months after the breakup, they're probably over you. You probably will never get them back, and you should consider them gone for good. Really all that simple. And if they reach out and prove otherwise, thumbs up, great, set a date, see where it goes. But till then, assume that they are gone forever. Leave the idea of reattraction behind and stop digesting ex-back advice. Opt out of everything related to it. Believe me, your mental health will appreciate it. So that's it for this video, everyone. If you want to go deeper into my approach for getting an ex back and some of the ideas that I talked about in this video, you should buy my book, From the Inside Out, a counterintuitive approach to reattracting an ex. Link in the description down below this video.